Hi, CK Vishnudas. I want to ask you, and everyone is asking this before I go to Sridhar on this, is that did Kerala State Disaster Management Authority, that is KSDMA, fail to foresee this because there were enough indications and more? This is going to happen. There were torrential rains for the past few days. That, however, does not mean that it will lead to landslide. You are both experts. But tell me, Vishnu Das, before and after that Sridhar, that don't you think that somewhere someone did not do due diligence?
When you
CK
look at
Vishnu.
these landslides,
Huh.
yeah, when you look at these landslides, this is not the first time that Wayanad is experiencing such a devastating landslides. In 2018, we had a severe landslide, and it is being repeated, over a period of time whenever there is extreme rainfall. And the location that we have witnessed this particular landslide is highly prone to, susceptible to this kind of natural calamities over a period of time. And there was indication that this is going to happen in today because the previous days we have received a very high rainfall. For example, when you look at today's rainfall pattern in that particular area, within 48 hours we received about 572 millimeters rainfall, which is very high to create landslides in this prone area. So the information on rainfall is very critical to monitor, and that information is available in public domain.
But
So
did
the
someone
the
fail? Sridhar Radhakrishnan, can I bring you onto the screen? Sridhar, I want to ask you that did the KSDMA, was there a lack of proactive approach in this, Sridhar? Because insufficient planning, because so far as disasters are concerned, our country, let me say, even a decade ago was kind of limping and, dithering and waffling. But now of late we find that we have absolutely, updated information. But in this case, Sridhar, apparently what I am hearing is that the information was there, but was it disseminated?
E- Thanks for this question, Shiva. First of all, I think there has been failure in multiple levels, not at just one question level. Multiple levels because we have had, as Vishnu was saying, we have had repeated landslides happening in the same, Vellarimala Hills region that ranges. And not only that we should have predicted it or we should have looked at it, we should have been careful about it. But it is also that because of the earlier experiences, and then Kerala is having this Rebuild Kerala initiative and all those processes, we do have a risk assessment system and the risks are evident, which means people living in these regions, whether it be the Puthamala region earlier or whether it be all of the Vellimala region hills, Vellarimala region hills, hill regions, we have assessed that when that there are risks, we have assessed that there is an exodus of rainfall that is occurring in the last few years and the same season, almost the same very season, July end to August mid, and we know that it can cause landslides. So the first effort should not have even been, when there is a warning, you shift people. It should have been that we should have taken a proactive step in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We had 5 years to actually move these people into safer locations and settle them somewhere else.
Right.
We did not do that. We had only 200 families, 300 families, at the most, let's say 1,000 families. What stops us from doing that? Money.
Right.
Don't tell me that we are in short of money. We have enough money for all the nonsenses that we are all doing across the country. We have money for that, but the priorities are not there. These
All
are
right.
poor,
Sridhar, let me
hapless
come back
characters.
to you. Sridhar, I'll come back to you, Sridhar. You're making some very valid points. Sridhar Radhakrishnan there, environment and climate policy observer, making some very strong points and saying, you'd think we do not have the money. We do, but what was being done? So, no proactive approach, no warning given, and warning is also not important, but it's about relocating those families. Meanwhile, Vivek Narayanan, my colleague, is back with us. Vivek, please give us all the latest details in this, because nearly 100 dead. Unfortunately, many have been displaced, many have gone missing. What about the rescue and rehabilitation? Over to you, Vivek. Bring us up to speed.
Yes, as we speak right now, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan was addressing a press conference here in Trivandrum. He was giving the latest details about, the rescue operations and the number of people who have died. According to him, 93 people have died, but the information we are getting from various hospitals in Wayanad is that the death toll has reached 106. This include the hospital, the private hospitals also. But what needs to be seen here is, the terrain of this, the hilly terrain, and also, the water that's gushing in this region. It made the rescue operation lag, in the initial, moments, especially during the morning hours. Remember, it took 11 hours for the NDRF and the army team to reach Mundakai. And now that they are trying to locate those people who are stuck under the debris and also in various houses that partially and fully submerged. Remember, two villages has been completely washed away. This is
my
for the
God.
first time that's happening in the history of Kerala, where so much toll has been taken on the life of common man, especially people living in those areas who mostly dependent on agriculture and allied activities. And this has happened to them, which is very, very sad. Yes, there has been enough warnings and alerts that's been given. Yesterday afternoon itself, I was told that there was clear warning that's been issued, to people. And if the government, if the revenue department would have acted at that point of time by evacuating all the people from these two regions, this, disaster would have been averted, would have been avoided. But, that didn't happen. For the first landslide took at 1 o'clock in the morning, then 4 o'clock, and then 4:30. And we are seeing what is happening right now in Wayanad as of now. Officially, 93 people. 93 is the casualty that's reported.
Thank you so much, Vivek, for joining us on this broadcast. My colleague Vivek making the same point as Sridhar did, that even if you give information, what did you do about evacuating those 1,000 families from that most vulnerable place, as it were? Let me now go to C.K. Vishnudas, who's Director, Hume Center for Ecology. I want to ask you, Vishnudas, that, what about development? I've been speaking to a lot of people. Apparently, the Green Tribunal has restrained people from giving environmental clearance in this particular region, which is very, very ecologically vulnerable. But one sees that development is happening, however, and as usual, due to the collusion of politicians with builders, etc., weighing on that before I take a break.
Yeah, the problem is these areas are actually, in my opinion, these areas are not suitable for any human settlements anymore in the future because of the extreme weather conditions and the natural calamities. So any kind of development that we foresee in that area, we'll have to critically evaluate, because every year, see, the landslide started in 1984, first time in this particular Mundakai location, and 2020 the second time. Now this 24 is again repeated. So it shows that these areas are highly vulnerable. So existing people need to be evacuated with a good package from that location so that their life and livelihood can be secured in future. And also any kind of future development that foresee this kind of mountain regions beauty and everything, I think it is not going to help anyway to the local people, because of the global climate change, the rainfall pattern has completely changed. We are receiving extremely heavy rainfall in 24 hours time. So none of the mountain slopes can ever protect the overburden. It's the trees and the soil on top of that is going to slide. So we have to take a very serious steps to save the people living in that area.